Okay, we're going to take a look at bar by bar, look at Be Thou My Vision, Marcia Wells arrangement. It's a very nice arrangement of it. We start out, it's 2 pages, there are no repeats or any other parts. You just start at the top, finish on the top of page 1, finish at the bottom of page 2. Bar names, bar numbers have been put in, and we start off with 2 treble clefs in the treble clef in the top staff lines, and also a treble clef in the bottom staff lines, making this middle C that we start on here on the left. This flips to the bass clef here in bar 5, so that's a good thing to watch out for. It goes back to the treble clef for the last, from bar 47 to the end of the piece, so that's good to know as well. Other than that, not much to look at. So we're going to take a look at just going through bar by bar, starting with the right hand and working through. So it starts up here on this C that's higher, and then dropping down to D and E, which I generally play with my thumb across the 2 of them, so I can keep most of my hand up here, because I know I'm going to come up here to B, C, E, like that. That top note is E, so that's bar 1. And then bar 2, similar theme, C, 2 and 3, B, C, E. Bar 3, dropping down to A, B, C, D. And then bar 4, we have C with F and G. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that's C and B, finishing off bar 4. At the beginning of bar 5, we have a little bit of a trill written. Those are grace notes, those little tiny notes there, preceding the C on the first downbeat. So that goes like that, C to C really quickly. So it's sort of and a 1 and then 2 and 3 and like that. So that's E, B, C, E. You can do like a little pivot move to get to there to B. You can generally do that with your thumb, your 1 and your 2. That'll leave your 5 for the E. Bar 6. 1 and 2 and 3 and then we're into bar 7. 1 and 2 and 3 and then bar 8. That's F and G with a C below it. 1 and 2, and the squiggly line means you kind of break that up, so it's not individual notes. It's not all at the same time. It's kind of rolled. Called an arpeggio. We have bar 9, 1 and 2 and 3 and bar 10. We have D and A, 1 and 2 and 3 and bar 11, 1 and 2 and 3 and that's F and C and F and C, G and D, and we have bar 12 and it's G, and it's kind of rolled as well. So this is G, C, D, and E. That offset D gets played at the same time. And it's kind of rolled up like that. Like that. All right. So we have bar 13. We have D. Similar kind of chord. D, G, A, B, and D. Okay. You have to maybe work on landing that. But it's rolled as well. 1 and 2 and 3. Those 2 Ds at the end of bar 13. And then bar 14, D and E and G's in an octave. Okay, so at bar 15, we have what most students find technically pretty difficult if they're intermediate players. It's A and C, F and A. Getting this span here, you certainly could use 3 and 4, but landing that could be quite difficult. You could do a drill, which is to drop your hand, slap your knee, and then set up again. but you know, that's still a pretty wide spread. A, I didn't get it right. All right, there we go. A, C, F, and A. Should look at it closer myself. All right, so there we go. So what some students do if that becomes a difficulty is just play the A's as an octave. And you know, you could add the C, or you add the F if you want. That would be possible, or just the octaves. And in the left hand of that, you're playing. So it's, you know, quite nice. It doesn't have to be fancier than that. Then G, E, G, the end of bar 15. Bar 16, we have G, C, D, and G. A little bit easier to play technically, and then C, and then D, C, B, G, like that. So it's kind of it's rolled down and rolled back up again. Like that what I mean by that is D, C, B, and then G coming back up. So we need a baby finger to be good to have handy for that. In bar 17, we have another pretty large chord. A, we're filling the middle of an octave. So we have A, C, E, and A. And then she abandons that and then comes back into that. And I'm not 100% sure what value she gets out of that. For me, I think considering how busy the left hand is as well, you could easily just play those all as octaves. So that would be A, B, C, B, and 18 would then be octaves as well. A, G, or you can play what's on the page as well. But technically, it's difficult to flip into those middle fingers that are in between an octave. Like getting them planted can be a bit of a challenge if you're intermediate. So then we have E, F, and bar 19. We have C and G, then E and C, D and B, C, B, bar 20. That's C with G and A, G, and that is a rolled chord right from the bottom of what is in the bass clef. So that's going to be sort of like that rolled up. And then we have bar 21. That's going to be C, E, G, and C. Once again, a filled chord that is an octave. If you're having trouble with it, you just play the octave for now, or for good. And then G. So we have C's in the octave, E's in the octaves, and G's in the octaves. Bar 22. A's, G's, down to E's, C, E. Bar 23. F, C, and D. 1 and C and C and E, G, and C, and that's rolled as well with the bass note down here in the left hand. So E, G, and C, B, C, E. We have this intro theme again, bar 25, C, B, C, B, C, E, top of page 2, bar 26. We have middle C with F and G, rolled a little bit. That'll have a bass line as well, like that. Then in bar 27, we have F, G, A, C, F, E. So that's the top end of that scale, or that line that starts in 26. So it starts at the bottom here with this rolled chord, this arpeggio. And that's bar 26 and 27 with left hand and right hand, so you kind of see a context of what they're trying to do with that right hand. E and C, when we're looking at bar 28, E and C, and then 2, and we're back to the theme. We're looking at the melody now. 1 and bar 29, 1 and 2 and 3, and bar 30, 1 and 2 and 3, and then bar 31. Without the left hand, it's hard to get the, sort of the context of what this sounds like, but it sounds great. One, two, like that. What it'll sound like eventually. That's bar 31. We have G, C, D, and E rolled out. We also have this is really the same material that we've already kind of looked at. We have D in bar 32, D, G, B, and D rolled. D, D, bar 35, D, E, octaves of G. Once again, let's just turn this whole section into octaves and leave out what's in between them. 34, A, G, down to E's in octaves, and then the G by itself. Just make that an octave as well. I don't see why you wouldn't. Bar 35, we have G, C, D, G. That's not a hard chord to play, and it sounds nice with the bass, with the left-hand part. Yeah, sounds good. Down to bar 35 in the right hand, C. Same movement we had before, D, C, B, G, and then those A's, A, B, A, B, C, B, A, G, B, F, C and G, bar 38, E and C, 2 and 3, and bar 39, C, G, and A, then G, and then that's that B, D, and G that we had earlier, rolled out. Bar 40, we have C, E, G, and C. Again, if you have trouble with that, you just play octaves. E, G, we played this before. Bar 41, A, G, E, C, D, E. We have here bar 42, F, C, and D. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and we have C's. 1 and 2 and 3 and this is his intro theme again. I'm just playing it as octaves right now, which you can also do. 1 bar 44 and 2 and 3 and then bar 45, G, C, F, G, just a chord, G, C, F, G. Bar 46, we have this rolling arpeggio again in 45 in the left hand that has these F's in the octave down here. C, F, G, A, C, F, G, A, C, F, G. Similar to what we played before, earlier in that two-handed set of lines going from the bottom of the left hand up to the top of the right hand. Bar 47, we have E and C up here. 1 and 2 and 3 and we're into the intro theme again. 48, 1 and 2 and 3 and bar 49 down to A, 1 and 2 and G, A. Bar 50, we have C along with F and G. 1 and 2 and 3 and bar 51, we're almost done. Here we go. So that's a rolled chord while we do this like that, up. Sounds pretty nice. And then with 50, that's G, C, D, and E. I think we played that chord before. And then C, D, and then we see the octave sign, which tells us we're going to come up here, G, C, D, G, C, D, E, G, like that, and C's down here lower in the octave, like that. Okay, and there's the right hand. If If we look at the left hand, of course, because it's a treble clef, it starts on middle C, bar 1, C, G, C. Okay, so you use your baby finger 2 and thumb, or baby finger 3 and thumb. I don't think that 3 sits well, so I think you're probably going to use 5, 2, 1 for that. And then bar 2, B, G, B, G, B. Bar 3, A, E, A. Mostly these are just 5, like root, 5, fifth, and octave from the scale. And then in bar 4, we start this, where we have F, C, F, G, A. Remember, we're in treble clef. All right, now we're in bass clef, so we come down here, C, G, C, B, G, B. That's going to be bar 6. Then we have A, F, A. That's bar 7. And then bar 8, we have this F. We're down here, F, C, F, G. Then we have A and C, and then B. Bar 9 starts the theme, the main melody. So that was all intro. That's the double bar line that doesn't have a darker one and a lighter one, just a 2 regular double bar lines that'll sort of end that intro section of 8 bars. Bar 9, we start the main theme. So we have C, G, C, D, E as bar 9. Bar 10, we have B, G, B, and 2, and bar 11, we have A, F, A, and B's in an octave. B's in an octave. Bar 12, C, G, C, D, E, G. Bar 13, G, D, G, A, B, D. And then coming up to G for bar 14. And then bar 15, F, C, F, G, A. Bar 16, G, D, G, A, B. Bar 17, A, E, A. Those are G's in an octave. And then bar 18, F, F, E, C, E. Bar 19, A, E, A, G, then F, C, F, G, D, G, in that broken chord style, like that. And then we end up in bar 21, A, E, A. Bar 22, G, E, G. Bar 23, F, C, F, G, A. Bar 24, A, E, A. Bar 25, G, E, G. Bar 26, top of page 2, F, C, F, G, A, C. That continues on into 27. The right hand carries on that line, and then we end up in bar 28. C, G, C, D, E. Bar 29. B, G, B. Bar 30. A, F, A, F. And then a pair of G's in an octave, and then bar 31 down to C, C, G, C, D, E, G. Bar 32, G, D, G, A, B, D, G. Bar 33 is that single G for the full bar. Bar 34, F, C, F, G, A. 35, G, D, G, A, B, bar 36, A, E, A, G in an octaves, bar 37, F, F, E, C, E. We've already seen this before. Bar 38, A, E, A, G in octaves, bar 39, F, C, F, G, D, G. We have this top part that kind of goes like this. And that fermata would tell us that we can hold that for as long as we like. And then we get started into this next section where in the left-hand page, bar 40, we have A, E, A, G, E, G, bar 42, F, C, F, G, A, bar 43, F's in octave low down here. Bar 43, those are A's. 1 and 2, 1 and, got distracted. And that's A, C, and E, A, C, and E, A, C, and E, that's bar 43. So those are A's down low. 1 and 2 and 3, and G's down low. 1 and G, C, and E, 2 and 2, and F's down low. 1 and 2 and 3, and that's, those are F's down low. And then we have 1, C, F, G, A, C, F, G, A, C, F, G. And then we're back into the treble clef with the left hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and bar 47 was that. Bar 48, 1. Yes, 1 and 2 and 3. And bar 49 is 1 and 2 and 3. Bar 50, so that was A, F, and A. Bar 50, popping down to this F, F, middle C, F, G, A, and then left hand dropping down in bar 51, bass clef again for the last two bars, C, G, middle C, D, E, G, and then an octave lower than written, these two C's, while this is an octave higher. Like that. And that is the piece. So that's how to work your way through it. You can clap and count the rhythm as well to get the rhythmic features learned without having to worry about the pitches. So that would be 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and the right hand treble clef and from the top, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and just work your way through clapping and counting that. For left hand from the beginning it would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2, 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and etc. etc. Okay.